Hi, and welcome to the 2020 Economic Recession and Preparation channel. I'm your host, Tony. Thank you for joining me. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed to the latest economic and financial news worldwide that's going to affect you immediately. Subscribe to us today. Today, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about the raging wildfires out west in states such as California, Oregon, and Washington, and what it's doing to ravage the local economies there, and I say the whole economy of the United States of America. Despite the official resistance to the idea by the administration of this country, these wildfires out west have swallowed millions of acres and leaving unbelievable destruction in their wake. We're talking about homes, businesses, shopping, retail, food places, everything being destroyed. It's not only the latest indication of climate change, as a consensus among scientists and environmentalists, but also it's a destruction of the economy, local economy there. All told, the physical damages could amount into hundreds of billions of dollars. Can you imagine $100, $200 billion of damage to the local economy of Northern California, Oregon, Washington State, even Arizona? Some parts of rural Arizona and Nevada have experienced these wildfires this year. The air quality was so bad that it got a rating of 200 out of a scale of 100 to 1,000. It's that low and it's that dangerous. So, amid the destruction, Washington Governor Jay Inslee has said that rather than calling these catastrophic fires, quote, wildfires, they should be known as climate fires. Not only is the economic climate going up in smoke, literally, no pun intended, we have actual wildfires that are going up in smoke that is taking the local economies of these states up in smoke. I was talking to one meteorologist friend, and she suggested to me, I asked her, well, when does the wildfire season end out there normally, typically? She said that there is no end to the wildfire season. It can happen any time of the year. As we know, the Santa Ana winds are to blow down the mountains, and all of these winds come down and the canyons. People set these fires on purpose. Either way, the fires are destroying more than people's lives. They're destroying their livelihood. And this is the physical damages that are going to amount in the billions are not going to be able, the insurance companies are not going to be able to handle this. The local and community banks that are destroyed there are not going to be able to make the loans fast enough. So you must understand that California produces over 90% of the produce grown in this country. I'm talking about the lettuce, the tomatoes, the fruits, the raspberries, the avocados. All of that is produced in California. If the fires, and including the wine country in Napa Valley, the fires have destroyed a lot of that property there. And so we're not going to be able to source the produce, not only the produce, but people that pick the produce and all of that. Their jobs are gone right now because there's nothing to pick. Everything has been destroyed. Livestock, horses they're trying to save some horses on these horse farms out there. The news is showing, but a lot of the things have been destroyed, just like this economy has been destroyed. Can you imagine the long-lasting damage and economic ramifications from these impacted communities that is going to be for years to rebuild? The power lines that have to be rebuilt. Right now, more than 17,000 firefighters are currently battling 25 major wildfires in California alone. More than 3.3 million acres have burned across the state this year. Fire activity has been elevated since August 15th. 25 people have died. More than 4,200 structures have been destroyed. In Oregon, more than 940 acres have been burned, leaving at least 10 people dead, while the fires have ripped through more than 600,000 acres in Washington State. In total, so far, the fires have burned an area larger than the whole state of New Jersey. Can you imagine that? Now, we know that wildfires have always been a part of California and some of these states, but this year it has been extremely difficult and extremely tumultuous to both the economy and to the people's livelihoods. So as a result, some people are going to have to move from these states and they're never to come back again. Do you remember the Paradise Fire of California 2 years ago? Well, it wiped out a whole town, and the Pacific Gas and Electric, PG&E, had to file for bankruptcy. But they had to file for bankruptcy. They went out of business because they could not fathom the amount of claim money they would have to pay out for such a disaster. We're talking over $100 billion, ladies and gentlemen. As a result, many companies now in these 3 states are going to be filing for bankruptcy, and that's jobs lost, that's economy loss from businesses and local restaurants and local small hardware stores. All of that is going out, never to return again. Just like this economy, this capitalistic economy that we're going to be having now, it's going to go up in smoke either way. Whether the election is for one side or the other, either way, come next year, this whole thing is going to go up in smoke. So now, folks, we have a choice to make. Are we going to prepare while we see the smoke up in the mountains and the foothills? Are we going to prepare before it's too late, before it descends upon the valleys and the plains and the lakes and the rural lands of America? Because this is the warning sign. This is the warning sign of an economy that's a smokescreen. A smokescreen economy is one that where they pretend that everything is good when you look down below, but when you look up in the hills, you see the signs, the warning sign, the burning fires of high inflation, high unemployment, high crime, high taxation, which is coming because all these states now are going to raise taxes to pay for the public goods and services, as they're going to have to make up for a loss of revenue from some of these cities that will never be inhabited again. Some of these houses will never be inhabited again. They're burned to the ground. They're ashes. They are rubble. Whether you want to blame this on climate change or whether you want to blame this on a certain administration, it doesn't matter. The fact is that this economy is going up in smoke. Jobs are going up in smoke. Homes are going up in smoke. Families are going up in smoke. Families are searching for belongings through their homes, which were gutted by these fires. And the emergency response has been tepid at best. The United States spends billions of dollars fighting fires each year, but only a fraction of that is spent on preventative measures, preventing fires or prescribed burning. So we're left on our own. This could, whether it's a deliberate fire setting, which I've heard some of these fires were deliberate by people burning, or whether it's a fire started by lightning or man-made, we know that the impact result. The total damage from extreme weather events has reached $1.75 trillion since the 1980s, according to Nathaniel Kehoe, who is Senior Vice President for Climate at the Environmental Defense Fund. So no one has given an estimate of so far what is this going to cost. He says, quote, but it's definitely going to be in the tens of billions of hundreds of billions of dollars. Can you imagine that? So how can we have a strong economy when we're fighting over 700 fires and natural disasters right now? We're not even counting up the costs from Hurricane Sally, Laura, and all the other hurricanes we've had so far this year. And we haven't even gotten into winter yet, where we're going to see major blizzards and major heating costs with families that are already strapped and struggling with money and financial difficulties right now. So please prepare while we're in the beginning, while we're in the foothill stage of this global United States collapse. This is going to be unbelievable. You have to understand, California, they are the 5th largest economy in the world, meaning disruptions caused by the fires can have severe financial implications. This is going to be absolutely amazing. But this is California and states like that is a microcosm of what's to come for the rest of the United States. And this is going to be felt as the rest of the United States, not just with climate, with the air quality and the smoke, but it's going to be felt in the pocketbooks when we go to the grocery store and experience higher food prices and higher gas prices as a result of California, Oregon, and Washington State being offline for months as a result of this horrible fire situation. Our prayers are with them. We stand by you as a country, as a nation, and we ask now that everyone to prepare as best you can. Food, water, medicine, clothes, durable shelter, other resources, gold, silver, crypto, whatever you have, get prepared, because you're not going to be able to find these items where the naturally or man-made disasters come. It is too late to prepare. Get prepared now, folks. Thank you so much for listening. Please hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you very soon again. Have a blessed day.